Hello there, it is I am back, and here comes another soft-spoken ASMR video. This time I actually do have a few topics, a few things I find interesting that I'd like to talk about. Not like last time, I was a bit lost in the beginning. Today on the way to work, I have a fairly long commute, about an hour and 15-minute drive, and personally, I enjoy driving in the morning. It feels refreshing. I find that sensation of the eepiness slowly leaving your body as you're driving towards anywhere, honestly, with the sun rising and the coffee in hand, it feels nice. But on the way to work, I listened to Double Fantasy by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and I really enjoyed it, surprisingly so. First, I find it kind of funny because I'm guessing that The Weeknd inspired his single Double Fantasy based off of Lennon's album, because the album covers are a bit similar-ish in style, I guess. You know, close-ups, and the name is the same, Double Fantasy. And I love that Weeknd song. So, you know, when I realized it's the same as the John Lennon one, that was interesting because I find John Lennon to be an interesting character. So yeah, but I listened to the album and oh my, it was nice. Typically, it's rare that I enjoy an album on first listen. Maybe not the best way to phrase it. I find that it's rare that I can appreciate an album on the first listen. Typically, you know, it'll take a couple of listens to where I can start identifying songs and I can start to appreciate the work for what it is. But in this one, it was lovely. It was really nice as from what I've heard, Lennon's work during most of the 70s, or all the 70s, was fairly depressive. I'm currently reading a book regarding Lennon and John's relationship, and I'm at the stage of their post-Beatles breakup music. And I know John was going, at least in the early 70s, he was going through a lot. And, you know, I know that this album released in 1980, so the year of his death, and I'd heard that he had gotten a lot better by that point, and he had kind of put things back together. And I think that shows a lot in the album. I think you can tell that he has a much more spirit. He's a lot happier, and I like that. I also find Yoko Ono to be utterly hilarious. I find that she's so funny. I'll try to bring the mic or something. But yeah, no, I find Yoko Ono to be so funny. Just, I don't know. It's the way, like, she communicates and the lyrics she says and the style. To me, it's just so enjoyable. It's so funny. I know the second song on the album, I think, was it the one that goes kiss, 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 na, na, na? That one is a bit bizarre, especially with moaning, the questionable noises from ear to ear. But oh my, I don't know. I really enjoyed the album, and of course, I loved "Beautiful Boy." When that song had come on, I really enjoyed it. I knew of the song and I'd heard it a few times, but I never listened to it in full. This was my first time, and wow, it was lovely. It was really nice, and I especially enjoyed the line. Was it "Life is what happens while you're making other plans"? Well, the first time I had actually seen that line was it was on an Insta reel, and it was like, "Oh, John Lennon is right about the quote," and I didn't necessarily understand it. And then eventually I realized it is kind of just a really fancy way of saying, you know, life is about the journey, not the destination, which I agree with. As I don't know, when I had listened to it, when I thought about it, pretty much all of my favorite memories were, you know, about the journey, I guess. Like, I don't know. The main example I'm using is school, where the destination, the grade or the result was always nice, but usually I would remember the journey, and my fond memories would be those nights studying and such. So yeah, I think it's quite lovely. So that I had listened to, and then at work, quite uneventful day to be quite honest with you. And on my end, the servers went out at my workplace for like a good half an hour, so that was nice. Lovely break right there. Beyond that, not too much went on. And eventually I went home. Well, I went to the gym afterwards, and it was push day for me. And I have a bit of a rant, not a rant, I don't know, but okay, the last month, I believe, I had started to, or at least the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'd started to use creatine, because I didn't really fully understand what it was before. Alright, I thought it was some weird stuff, and it doesn't help that, online everyone kept saying, oh, it's the most researched supplement. Something about that makes me feel like I'm injecting straight like radiation and crack cocaine into my veins. Like, I don't know, I don't like that. But then I looked into it, and it helps your muscles retain water, I think. But basically bigger muscles. And I was like, damn, I want some of that. So I started using it, and at first it was kind of but now, like, oh my, the effects are there. I actually have traps for the first time. That's crazy to me. I usually never have traps. And I don't know, I just look inflated. Like, I don't know, I love it. It's nice. But I will say this, I still find it hilarious how despite my workouts and my training, and despite the creatine, I still have zero side delts. Nada, none. I've worked out my side delts, to be fair, on and off for years. And with the best pump I can get, they are mildly presented. Just a little bit, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. I think I just have to come to terms with the fact that I just don't have side delts, and I don't think I ever will have proper ones. Oh, I don't want to give up, but I'm going to try. But yeah, forearms got a little bigger. Just a little bit, that's nice. But the traps, those I appreciate a lot. What else? And then I went home. The person whom I'm staying with, they had made steaks, and oh my god, it was perfect. I don't understand how he does it. I don't understand how he's able to, whenever he cooks any type of protein, it's always cooked to perfection. It's always juicy and well made and delicious. It's just, it's incredible. Honestly, I don't know how he does it. So that I really enjoyed. I had some side of potatoes and such, and I gobbled down an A&W diet root beer, and oh, I love that. I love root beer. And it's funny because I had been drinking a lot of non-alcoholic beer for the last few months, and I always feel like non-alcoholic beer, or just, I guess beer in general, but I drink non-alcoholic one, is perfect with a steak, because that was the first time I actually had a pairing of a beer and a meal. It was with a steak and potatoes, and it was so good. And so in my head, that connection was made of oh, beer goes really good with steak and potatoes. And for months I had been having, I've been drinking non-alcoholic beer because it tastes good. And then eventually I got kind of tired of it, and I was like, I'll go on break. And so yesterday I bought A&W root beer because I love root beer. And the one time I get that, the next day, today, the dinner was steak and potatoes. So I find that kind of ironic, but I will say this: after this video is done recording, I will go and I will make myself a root beer float again, because I really want one. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you comment, like, subscribe, and stick around. And I love you. Bye bye.